This is the 2025.5 or 2026 Volvo XC90 T8. And it's an SUV that promises you safety, luxury, speed, efficiency, and the ability to move your entire family across Sweden without anyone needing to scream, "Are we nearly there yet?" So today I'm going to test it and see if it's still one of the best luxury three rows on the market. So the XC90 has been around for 10 years, since 2015, which makes it almost prehistoric in car years, but somehow Volvo has managed to make it feel brand new again. So they've given it a facelift, but the updates are fairly minor, but it does keep the XC90 looking fresh. This is not Botox or lip fillers, this is Scandinavian restraint. So at the front you get a new grille with some updated chrome accents, and then these Thor's hammer headlights have been sharpened. It's the same suit, but it's just been pressed a little better. So the proportions are still absolutely spot on. It's big, it's square, and it's solid, and it's not trying to look like a spaceship. So the largest mechanical change is an update to the base model suspension. So you still get the multi-link at the back and control arms at the front. So the base dampers now have a bypass function, which allows that bypass to open up and allow this car to handle the rough stuff a lot better. Also, the front anti-roll bar has been stiffened, but the spring rates have been slightly softened. So as I found out earlier today, watch your chin when you're opening this, because it opens up pretty quickly. So things get a little bit complicated under the hood, because this is a T8 plug-in hybrid. So it has a motor up front, a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, good for 310 horsepower, 295 foot-pounds of torque. At the back you get a motor, 145 horsepower, 228 foot-pounds of torque. Add it all together, you get 455 horsepower, 523 foot-pounds of torque. That's good for a 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds. And then on the highway, expect to get around 27, 28 miles to the gallon. Oh, and it also has up to 32 miles of electric-only range. So from a practicality and cargo space point of view, this is where the XC90 shines. So behind the third row, you get around 10 cubic feet of space. And under here, there's a little bit more if you get rid of that 110 volt charger. Then if you drop the third row, and they go really flat, you get around 34 cubes. If you drop the second row, you get a total of 85 cubic feet of space. Oh, by the way, it will tow up to 5,000 pounds. Anyway, how much would you pay for this car? So this top trim model is $83,400. It's got a couple of options. The active suspension system is $1,800, and then the Bowers & Wilkins incredible surround sound system is $3,200. Add all that up, you're going to be around $90,000 out the door. What about the competition? Well, Audi's Q7 doesn't even bother with a hybrid system. BMW is only a 2-row, their plug-in hybrid is only a 2-row, and Mercedes, the GLE, is a little bit cramped compared to this one. This, the big Swedish box, is the best of the bunch. Definitely plenty of room in the back, headroom, legroom. This seat's obviously where I drive. You've got vents, you've got controls, you got a couple of USBs, you've got a spot to store some stuff, you've got this huge panoramic sunroof. And then you also get some blinds to keep it cool. Get a nice set of cup holders right here with a nice little mechanism. It's all beautifully put together. So getting in the back is fairly straightforward. You just pull on this right here and the whole chair pushes forward, and it provides pretty good entry into the back. There's only 2 seats back there, and they're more for kids, but I can fit in there. I tried earlier. It's not particularly comfortable for me, but it works. Volvo has some of the best seats that I've ever sat in. These adjust everywhere, including length right here if you have really long legs. They got good bolstering. They are this sort of like blue herringbone material, but you can get Napa leather if you wish. Beautiful design touches. This white right here is really nice. This chrome piece where the speaker is, and of course the crystal gear shifter right here in the middle. It's beautifully done. So inside the XC90, it is exactly what you would expect from Sweden. Clean lines, tasteful wood. If you have the leather option, it feels like the cow was massaged and given beer on a daily basis. It really is quite a nice spot to be. So they have replaced the old, slightly more built-in infotainment screen with this. It does look a little bit tacked on, but it does work really, really well. And it's got Google-based plus Apple CarPlay. It's all really easy to use, and it doesn't take 17 different clicks just to turn on the heated seats, which this one actually has. You can't get cooled seats unless you get the Napa leather option. So controls for your climate are here. Cool graphic of the air coming out of the vents. You got a rear controller, defroster, all that good stuff. You can turn it off, etc. And then there's also some timers so you can keep the AC on if your dog is in the car. Click that to go to the main screen, which gives you what's playing. Connected to my phone already. You got Google Assistant. You got cameras. They're pretty good. Overhead, front, side, everything you need. You've also got drive modes. You can do hybrid, power, pure, off-road, or all-wheel drive. Now currently I'm off-road, so I hit off-road. Engine kicks in more than the battery. All-wheel drive distributes optimized power to all four wheels. You don't really need that. And then back to hybrid. Then you can do steering feel soft or firm. I haven't changed that. Air suspension control for easy entry and exit. I'm fine. It is a pretty quick system. It hasn't really been laggy at all. I think it does pretty well. And then here's your Google Maps button. Go back to there as well. I really like the clean layout of the digital display. Apparently I have 0 miles on the batteries. It's hybrid only. I can't go anywhere on EV mode only. 380 miles of range. This does get really good gas mileage. And you got some hands-free controls here, volume and also track change. You also get memory seats and an annoying button to open the gas flap. Up front you've got your wireless charger, and then here is the crystal shifter. Engine stop's a bit weird. You actually turn it as opposed to push it, and then you turn it again to turn it off. And then under here you get a little bit of space plus some power. And then there's also a head-up display as well on this model. And then finally there are speakers absolutely everywhere, including this really cool one in the middle of the dash. So since we're already off-road, we'll take it for a drive on here, we'll see how it does, and then we'll switch modes and drive it on some pavement. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is go ahead and change to off-road. Engine's gonna kick in. So adding it into off-road mode automatically gives you hill descent control, which actually worked pretty well on my way down here. So suspension's not bad. This is the air suspension system and it feels pretty smooth. So far so good along here. Obviously we are not going to be doing any rock crawling in the Volvo. This is probably not part of your average person's school run, but whenever there's a button that says off-road, I'm assuming the manufacturer would like us to use that particular function. So we are. So we are going to get the car a little bit dusty. Smooth. I like how smooth it is. Suspension does feel firm, but it is quite smooth. And there's a bit of washboard along here, but anyway, maybe we can get a little rallying going. So first impressions are that the turbocharged engine is very torquey, and just a slight push gets you going. And when the electric mode switches over to the gas mode, also seamless, very seamless. It's very quiet inside too. And this one's running all seasons. They are Pirellis, they're pretty good. 270, 275 40s all around. And then of course the seats are extremely comfortable, and you have a little controller here which will put your seat controls on here, and then you can add a little bit more bolstering to your lower back, or you can change this piece, which makes it good for people with longer legs, providing more support. I'm pretty impressed about how good Volvo has made this car over the last 10 years. I mean, 2015 was when this thing came out, and they've just made these subtle little changes just to keep it up with the competition without having to go nuts and completely building a brand new car. Of course, there is a fully electric version of this, the EX90, but this is a very popular car, and Volvo sells quite a lot of them, and now I can see why. Alright, so here's the paved bit. We will just slow down a little bit and we'll go into the settings for the, and we'll go to hybrid. Okay. I should press power. What the hell? Just press power. Why not? Power, I'm assuming, is going to mean sport. I can certainly believe that it'll do 0 to 60 in less than 5 seconds. And I like the sound of the 4-cylinder too. It's sort of a little bit, got a little bit of a growl to it, but it doesn't sound strained. And some of these 4-cylinders can sound a little bit strained. Steering is nice too, good feel to it. Really haven't stomped on the brakes yet, but the wipers work. Of course, the only downside with these cloth seats is because they don't have any cooling to them, they're quite hot, and it is 96 outside. Very impressed with the suspension though. Very nice. Very impressed with the suspension though. Very nice. Alright, we'll check it out on some twisty bits of road. I'm not expecting it to be even remotely sporty, but we have to try it. It's kind of a nice engine, I must say. It's definitely zippy. So what do we think? Well, what we have here is a decades-old design that Volvo has amazingly refreshed for it to be better than pretty much anything else on the market today. It's safe, it's practical, it's fast, it even goes off-road, and it really is priced really, really well. And I really like it. Anyway, once again, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Like, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time with another video.